What's up, guys? This is Ken. I'm live. Today, we're bringing you guys back with another video. We got a couple of clips of y'all to play. This is essentially about Travis Hunter's girlfriend, and she's getting heavily criticized, and she has a mainly about like an 8-minute video explaining the situation, and I guess the whole criticizing and everything, and also between the dynamic between her and her boyfriend or fiance, I should say.
Yeah, let's get into one of the clips right now.
To drink. He doesn't drink. And I'm Hispanic, so I have tequila like in my veins. So I drink. I don't drink a lot, but I drink. And I used to party and stuff. And he would literally drive me, sit outside for hours while I'm inside like partying, and then take us home. Like he never tried to be like, oh, just because I drink, you can't drink, or you can't hang out with your friends, or you can't, be able to drink. He doesn't drink.
Yo. Sitting outside waiting for your girl to finish twerking is diabolical, man. That's all I gotta say to that, man. That's wild. that is insane. Let's get to the next one.
Okay, I'm going to be addressing all
the volume up on the
this stuff online because I'm tired emotionally and mentally of seeing people try to make me out to be a person that I am not, but with a testimony without a test of faith. So I'm going to start from the very beginning with this my type thing. I got permission from Travis to say these things because these are previously things I didn't want online, but I'm going to tell y'all the full story just so y'all know.
But I'm going to tell y'all anyway.
So Travis, when he first ever DM'd me, when we first met, I said I left him in my DM for 2 months, and people said, oh, she left him in his DM until she figured out who he was. That is not true at all. The real reason Travis sat in my DM for 2 months is because he DM'd me when he had a girlfriend, and her name was in his bio, so I instantly knew he had a partner. So I exited the message, and he sat there until he was single. I don't do home wrecking. I'm not a side piece. I don't stand for any of those things. I support women, so I would never do that to another woman because I would never want it done to me.
Just hold on.
I ignored him until he was single. That's the real reason he sat in my DM. Then the second thing, when I said he wasn't my type, I did not mean attractiveness. I don't have a physical type, period. No two men that I previously dated looked the same. My first one was a white cowboy. Second one was a Mexican soccer player. Then I dated a black man who was a SoundCloud rapper. And then Travis. So I have never dated the same type physically. I don't care about what people look like or what they can give me. I date people for who they are as a person, how they honor God, and how they treat the people around them. And Travis is all the above. So when I said he wasn't my type, I meant because he was younger than me. I had never dated no one younger than me, and he had cheated on his girlfriend. I don't know if your type is cheaters, but mine isn't.
Whoa.
So no, he wasn't my type first off of those two things. But that didn't discredit the fact that I
don't think you should have said that.
That's obviously why I gave him a chance. And then I learned he truly is a phenomenal and wonderful human being, and that's why we're together, and that's why we're still together to this day. So that's that. Okay, the next clip was at the game after they just won like their last game. People thought I was upset with him celebrating with cheerleaders. I don't know where that came from because he never celebrated with cheerleaders. So that I don't know where that started, but that's not what I said. But what y'all didn't see before the clip, me and him were talking. We had already interacted. I had already said congratulations. I had already kissed him over the fence that we couldn't get through. So the real reason why I was mad is because the security, and you can ask any of the family members who was actually there, they didn't want no one to storm the field. So they had 1,000 security people holding everyone back. But the people in the field were like, let the family down. Like, the family can come down. So everyone was going back and forth. I was arguing with the security guard because he wouldn't let no family through. But they let the cheerleaders on the opposing team get through the fences. So I was like, so when I finally got down to the field, that's why I told Travis, like, he had already seen it. I had already congratulated him. We had already spoke, got on the field. And then I was upset because I had just finished arguing with somebody. And then what y'all don't see after 5-second clip is right after that. I let it go. I was like, you know what, like celebrate. We took pictures. We were with our families, and then we went to his meet and greet. Had another wonderful event there. That's all that happened in that. That was literally that. Nothing. It was not deeper than anyone made it out to be. And yeah. Next clip. The Adidas pop-up shop this past weekend. People are saying that I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here? That's not what I said. First of all, I said, baby, do you want me to sit here, or do you want me to go with the family, or do you want me to come with you? Because what y'all don't know, again, off of a 7-second clip, is those weren't fans, by the way. He had already finished that part. He had finished meeting with the fans. I was there the entire time, taking pictures, talking to them, everything. The girls that were there, they were the Adidas, they worked for Adidas. So we were taking pictures for social posts. That's who those people were. I wasn't annoyed with no fans at all. I'm never annoyed with fans. So that's what that was. And then Travis was getting ready to leave. He had to be at a rehearsal for the Heisman ceremony. They had to do walkthroughs and stuff like that. So I was asking him, I was like, do you want me just to sit here? Do you want me to go back to the hotel? Like, do you want me to wait for our family? Because his family was in there shopping. Because Adidas let them go pick out stuff in the store. It was like a 4-story Adidas. So they're all doing that. And I was like, what do you want me to do? Like, do I stay here? Do I come with you? Like, what? And he was like, you could do what you want. Like, you could sit there. You can go shop. You can come to the hotel. You can walk around. That's what he was saying to me. I don't know. Like I said, the things that I see people make up is truly crazy, because it's not what happened. And I just think people are just finding every single little thing and trying to make it something it's not. And then bird brain individuals are just accepting what they see online. Okay, now the last thing, this actual Heisman ceremony. This is making me so mad, because anyone who knows me knows I support Travis in every win, everything he does, because I truly, truly love that man. He is perfect in my eyes. So when his name was called, I instantly was gonna, if you watch the video, you can see me like, but his mom didn't get up. So I was like, oh, maybe I don't get up. Maybe I just sit here with her. So I sat there, and then y'all said Coach Prime had to tell me to get up. No, he didn't. He said, go get him. Go get your man. Like, and once Travis stood up, but he didn't have to do that because I was going to do that anyways. As soon as I seen Travis get up, then I thought it was appropriate to stand up, greet him, congratulate him. But then there was a camera right in front of Coach Prime, and I knew they were going to film that moment. And because of how people are online, I was like, I don't want to be in that shot, so I'm going to sit down. So I try to sit down so I'm not in the camera while I'm crying. People are going to be like, oh, why is she crying? Like, you know, stuff like that. And so I got out of the camera purposefully so they can have their moment. That's all it was. No one told me to stand up. No one had to tell me to celebrate with him. I was just sitting there crying. I wanted to take it in myself too. I was super excited for him. But I wanted the moment to be about him and his family. And that's another thing. People are like, why did he sit next to her? Why was his mom? We had assigned seats. We had assigned seats. I didn't have a choice where I sat. They are obviously going to put someone and their partner together. So I had the seat right next to him because that was my assigned seats. I didn't have a choice. And then the hugging thing. Travis came and hugged me because he just went down the line. I was first in line, then his mom, then Coach Prime. He came straight to me first. I didn't tell him to do that. I didn't have to tell him to do anything. He's a grown man. He can do what he wants. But yeah, everyone is making this crazy narratives in their head. So I just wanted to clear it up. And that is the truth. That's what happens in all those videos. And I will not be addressing this again. I didn't want to address it, but here we are.
Bada bang.
I mean, for what she's saying, I mean, she seems sincere about it. I mean, the only thing I would say about, you know, I wouldn't put that out there. He was cheating or whatever, or allegedly cheating, whatever. And, you know, but I mean, he gave permission to tell her that. So whatever comes with it, comes with it. So, I mean, you gave her the leeway to put your business out there. But I from her point of view, I can understand, you know, how social media is in general, and they can play things out and not end up not being what actually occurred. So I can understand her frustration on that part. As I mean, at the end of the day, you know, the partner that Travis Hunter picked, I mean, if he likes her, that's perfectly fine. The stuff that came out about it, the alleged things that came out about it, you know, his behavior and you know, and also him staying in the car and you know, waiting for her friends to party, blah blah blase. And you know, he had advice. I mean, how to move with in a relationship since you're like a top prime athlete. I mean, you know, guys just have to, you know, go out their way and, you know, learn through life. I mean, you can always advise somebody, you know, what to do. I mean, it's only up to them if they're just willing to listen. And, you know, and I'm just going based off of what she's strictly saying, you know, she seems sincere about it. I mean, whatever they do within their business, that's up to them. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure there's people out there that's just telling Travis, you know, how to maneuver in the situation. And if he wants to, you know, go that route, that's perfectly fine. He's a grown man. But and as everything in this life, especially as men, we make a decision and we stick to it. You know, when anything happens, you know, there's nobody to go out there to blame but ourselves. So, you know.
Said, the only a couple of things. The reason why I was saying it was cap earlier because some of her story didn't make sense because it's like, how you gonna say you're for women, but then you got with a cheater, and then you say what is your type? So he's not normally your type, and your type is a cheater, but you still got with him anyway. You still went against that sister code that you say you claim to have, right? So you cheated on his girl, and he still got with you. Alleged. Because at this point, I mean, he could just tell you what to say on video, and then you know we just gotta accept it as is, right? The other thing that I didn't like is that with this whole situation, I get that they're trying to protect the young athlete from losing his assets and resources and you know messing up their resources too. Remember, it's not just affecting Travis if like a divorce happens or a breakup happens or God forbid a domestic violence situation. It's gonna mess up their pockets too because now he gonna start playing bad. They're gonna lose out on a new player they just brought on. You know what I'm saying? They don't want those problems. They want you to strictly focus on the game. So everybody can get paid and everybody can go home with smiles on their face, right? But the biggest thing here is that it is true that a lot of people do like to ruin relationships, social media included. So it's not good to have, you know, that's the problem with being in the limelight too much because you're kind of under the spotlight, which everybody else is not under. So all your insecurities, all your imperfections, everything about you and this individual is out for everybody to judge and open. And it's easy to say, well, don't worry about their opinions, but you got to think when they open up their social media, when they go out to events, people are like that. They will bring up questions and be rude like that and come up to you. And it could kind of weigh down on a person, you know? So it got so bad that they had to make a video to explain this situation when they didn't have to explain themselves at all. So I do know that letting too many people in your business can definitely ruin the relationship. It's best that whatever's going on between y'all deal with it with each other. Nobody else's business. But because there's a lot of money on the table, now it's kind of not y'all business. It's everybody's business involved because they got money invested into this individual, right? So they want to protect that investment. And the other final thing is, as far as trying to protect Travis or this case, it's like y'all should just let the dude do what he got to do. At the end of the day, you got to let him, if things work out, things work out. If things don't work out, they don't work out. Y'all got to let the man fall. Like, at the end of the day, it's clearly that he's obsessed with her and they have a good relationship on what she's saying here. So it's just kind of like people should just let them do what they do. Let them learn, you know? Like, at the end of the day, all of us got to go through our own lessons in life. So it's just kind of like, I don't know why they're trying to coddle him like a child. Like, let the dude burn. If he's gonna burn out, he's gonna burn out. Let him keep going. You know, let them keep going in this case. There was something else that you said that I was trying to harp on. It had to do with her, but when you were saying it, I kind of lost my train of thought.
About the whole staying in the car and partying.
No, not that. I mean that right there is like a given, bro. But it's just there's this. Like I said, we would just have to see things play out. But oh yeah, that's what the point was. So that's what I was trying to remember. So about her saying that she has multiple types, right? She's saying that she's dated this type of guy, this type of guy, this type of guy. And I want to say that it sounds good on paper, right? But it's actually not a good thing when you talk like that, because then you could just make up any excuse to pull out of the relationship. You already said he wasn't your type because of the cheating stuff, right? So what about later down the road, you decide to change your mind? You're like, well, you were never really my type, and it is coming out more and more. Because she's saying she don't have a type, but you do have a type. You don't have a type, but you do have types you don't like, and you got with the type that you don't like because you said you don't like cheaters. So that means you're giving him a chance, quotation marks, right? So people can't really trust that, because if you're giving him a chance, that means all it takes is for one bad thing to happen and the relationship spiral out of control. It's like, it's always good when you're genuinely interested in the person. You know, the real question is, why did you give him a chance? Why? You could have just left him alone. If him being in the NFL, if him being whatever, him being in your DMs, if none of that really mattered, if you really had these options or the ability to go get somebody else, why did you choose the guy who was cheating? Because it contradicts you being a girl's girl in the first place. So that's the part to me that's a bit unsettling. If I was a coach and I was looking at this, because I'd be like, so you'll just, whenever you feel like you want to pull the plug on the relationship, you can do that at any time, because he was never really your type. He became that as he, like she said, like when she gets to know the person, then they become the type or whatever that she wants at that moment. But that's kind of fickle, and people can't really trust that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
it's definitely something that's definitely kind of like I wouldn't call it a red, but more like a yellow flag. For the most part, it's more yellow than red. But like I said, I just hope it works out for them in the end. We're only speaking on it because obviously it's a big controversial topic, and I just it's two young people that got to work things out and in the public eye, and you know, try to be as successful as possible. Because like I said, Travis failing fails the coaches, fails the team, fails everyone. He has a lot to lose, so he can't just, oh, I'm depressed and oh, I'm having this at home. He has to be on top of it, because if he falls, it's gonna be a big impact on them. So I just hope that it does work out genuinely. But nobody's perfect, and I want to also put that in there. Nobody's perfect, so hopefully they made it this far. So let's see what the future holds. Right? That's all I had to say.
Yep. You know, let that man go through his own battles, man.
Yep.
So with that being said, if you guys liked the video, or you know, like the video that you saw, have anything you want to say about it, or what are the comments or our opinions about it as well, leave that in the comment section down below. And also help us get to 2K subscribers. It'd be greatly appreciated before the year is over. And if you want to support us, you can grab our merch. We have the link for that in the description down below. So once again, we appreciate you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell if you haven't already. If you guys have any recommendations or feedback, it is up on our social media or email down below. And we see you guys in the next video.
Peace.